But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. Maintain your man card, no matter what. The women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal.
Said no.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh.
Terrence motherfucking Howard's back again, like that. Hard out here for a pimp. He's back, man. Like that. Terrence Howard, very interesting character, intelligent man in many ways and a bit of a narcissist in others, but he seems to mean well. This was a very, very interesting podcast. I watched the whole thing. If you guys are going to watch it, I think it's on Patrick Bet-David's channel, Valuetainment. I think it's about 3 hours. There's a lot of coverage on science and life and stuff like that. And that's what I was watching it for, the science takes, because, Terrence Howard be tripping sometimes because seemingly he thinks he can just rewrite science and the laws of physics and stuff like that. But he's a very interesting nonetheless, and I think he's a great speaker, he's a great talker, and he's a great actor. So yeah, listen to him and that big up Terrence Howard. But you saw the clip, and this is what I want to talk about. He said that his assistant said, I think Diddy's trying to blow my back out, pause. He said Diddy's trying to creep up on the vertebrae, pause. Yeah? He said that Diddy's trying to make his goal, pause. Yeah? That's what he said, bruv. He said he's trying to fudge pack him and that, blood, pause. It's a madness out here, blood, and it's hard out here for a pimp. Bro, this is not some big revelation because we've heard this. I mean, Diddy's in prison, so we've heard this already. And, Diddy trying to chop blokes is not a crime in itself. Yeah, Diddy trying to chop. I know it sounds a bit mad. You get me? Not really my thing right now, but it's not a crime, innit? But it's goddamn weird, man. People out here selling their soul for a movie role. Man sold his soul for a movie role, you get me? Man sold his soul and gave up his whole for a movie role. Yeah? Bars. That's what they've been doing out here, bruv. It's crazy. It's crazy. Listen. Girl them trying to give up their bean for a scene, blood. Pause. It's crazy. It's great. I don't even know why I paused it, but I'm nervous. Hey, this is crazy. But let's get into a proper conversation about it. So, thought it's worth the conversation simply because Terrence Howard, and like I said, the clip's longer and the video's about 3 hours, but he basically, the conversation was going from talking about like people being on drugs and stuff like that, and these great actors who seem to lose their way, and then he kind of explained like, yeah, once you give up your manhood, you get the fame and fortune with it, you get the awards and the accolades with it, but also what happens is you have to live with yourself. And this goes for everyone in real life, to be honest, like not just the entertainment industry. It just seems to be more prevalent in the entertainment industry. You've always heard people sleep with this person for a role, and she slept with him for a role, and she sucked off this for a role, and he got violated for a role and gave up his cheeks for a role. It's crazy, and this shit's scary, man. I have my son's an actor, an aspiring actor and stuff like that, and I have these conversations with him all the time because I'm like, you have to understand that you're getting into like an industry that at the top level is a bit seedy, and you don't have any control over it, but the only thing you have control over is your manhood, and you have the right to say no. And I don't want to hear this, I had to do this because I wanted the role. No role should be worth your morals, bro. And I think if you're one of those people, then it wasn't your morals in the first place, which is fine. If you're giving up your cheeks for a role, you're just gay, innit? Like, it doesn't, like, fine, that's fine, it's no problem to you then, innit? But to let someone hold power over you for a role and for this and all that, it's crazy. And I just seen Terrence Howard said there, like, Diddy kept inviting him around and stuff and just staring at him. Do you know what I mean? Putting the feelers out there, and I've heard stuff away from this kind of industry, but I've heard stuff. I do camera work and things like that. I know that there's weird stuff going on, and they put the feelers out there and see how you react to it, and it's crazy. But obviously, it drives these people to drugs, and eventually drugs and drinking and death, because it's very hard to live with yourself when you've done something that is against everything you believe in, and no fame and no fortune will cover that up. And this goes for men and women. Yeah, I mean, if you're into the adult industry, for example, and you want to do that and it excites you and it's something you really want to do, go and do it. Go and enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Yeah, I mean, it's not my thing. I don't really want my family members doing that. But if that's you, do it. But if it's against everything you believe in and it's like, but I need the money, go and clean the toilet then, innit? Yeah? How about that? It's cleaning against your morals. Go and clean the toilet. I'm not trying to hear this. There's plenty of actors that I've seen. We've seen it over the years on the internet as well, where an actor will come out of nowhere and somebody will take a picture of them and they're working in Starbucks or they're driving taxis, and, the internet gets onto them and trolls them and, this person's fell off and all that. And every time I see those things, I'm thinking two distinct things about it. This person either turned something down and refused to sell their morals, and then, the roles dried up and people didn't recommend them to other people, or this person just, I liked acting and then it wasn't as good as I thought it was and I moved on. So the industry's seedy, and Terrence Howard shone another light on top of it when Diddy's already in prison going through it. And we saw the latest images of Justin Bieber looking all mad and that. He said he's got Lyme's disease and stuff. Well, I'm not here to judge a man and say that he hasn't, but all I'm saying, that could be code for something else, bro. Because he looks, and we already know they took advantage over Bieber's life early. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's been violated in some sort of way. I'm not blaming him; he was a kid, innit? But I said, even the way and I'm not just talking about men, the way women would talk about Bieber and stuff and drag him around and, you know what I mean, little things, treating him like he was a grown man. I can only imagine that on the psyche. So I wanted to do this video. Yes, there's a bit of comedy because I found it funny what he said, but to give the message that, listen, don't be. I know they say sell your soul. You might not be religious. I'm not a religious person and that, so I don't believe. But when they say that, they're basically saying don't sell you and it. Don't sell your manhood. And Terrence Howard said he's never seen anybody come back from it. And that will sound crazy because what everyone answer is going to be, well, we see loads of people running around. No, that's because they're still in it. That's because they stay in it. I think what he's trying to get across is you can't come back from that, so you better just stay in it, innit? Like you were smoking crack your whole life. You ain't just going to come out of smoking crack, so you might as well just stay smoking crack because the withdrawals and that trying to leave it, probably going to kill you anyway. Crazy, innit? But let me know what you think in the comment section. I've been your boy, Good Savage. Run.